Hey friends! In this video, Mike and I check out the new location of Electric Diner in downtown Hamilton. Then we head over to our first ever TiCats game, and of course, we had to try some stadium food and see if it holds up. Mike and I have actually been to Electric Diner before, but only at their other location near Hess Village. This was our first time visiting the new location on James Street in downtown Hamilton. Right now, it's got the same fun retro vibe, neon lights, disco balls, and a full-on 70s, 80s theme. Each table has its own little jukebox, which might just be for show, but it does add to the charm. The attention to detail really stands out, right down to the clever names on their menu. There's a lot of great options on their menu. Last time we went for some classic kind of comfort diner food, and there weren't that many options for me to choose from that were veggie friendly. I kind of just stuck with a cheesy mac and cheese, but it definitely hit the spot, and Mike went for a classic chicken bacon club if my memory served me right. We both enjoyed it, but this menu kind of caught our eyes more. One appetizer that really did catch our eye was the Cauliflower Croquettes. This was topped with pickled red onion and served with their awesome sauce. It was kind of like a dill ranch sauce, but more on that in a second. Of course, we had to kick things off with some fun cocktails. Mike went for the electric lemonade, a mix of cotton candy infused Absolute vodka, blue curacao, and lemonade topped with a fluff cotton candy. I ordered the Bananarama, made with Absolute vodka, banana liqueur, lemon, cranberry, and egg white, finished off with a banana chip on top. So I gave my Bananarama a try, and my first thought was, wow, this thing is strong. Like, really strong. Mike took a sip, and honestly, it wasn't his thing at all. But then again, he's never really been a big fan of banana flavors.
I'm not really a banana fan.
Good one. That's a good one, Mike. Good. Congrats. That's a good one. Mike said his electric lemonade was strong as well, but oddly lacking in flavor, almost like everything was watered down and all you could taste was just the alcohol. Which is fine if you're into that, but this is supposed to be a cocktail, you know? Fun, fruity sipping drink, right? He initially liked it, and then I took a sip and I went, holy crap, this is stronger than mine, which I did not think could happen. The more we drank, the more we realized both of these drinks felt very much overpriced for the small size. The best parts were definitely the cotton candy on Mike's and the banana chip on mine. Moving back to those croquettes we mentioned earlier, they were fabulous. The coating was perfectly crispy and crunchy, with quinoa and other grains adding a great texture to the soft cauliflower center. They're topped with pea shoots, which added a sweet freshness to the flavor, and their awesome sauce really lived up to its name. Mike, who's not usually a fan of dill, actually loved it.
Normally not chill with dill, but these were fabulous.
Fabulous, darling. The dill flavor was subtle, and it paired beautifully with the croquettes. He skipped the pickled onions, but I thought they added a nice zip to the overall taste. All in all, a lovely bite we definitely come back for. We still talk about them and wish we ordered more.
It was fabulous!
Fabulous, darling. Moving on to the mains, I went with the farfalle al maize, which is bow tie pasta made with charred sweet corn, a brie sauce, parmesan, balsamic roasted red peppers, lemon, black pepper, and chives. You can add a protein if you'd like. They have crispy pancetta or chicken breast as an option. Obviously, I didn't add either, but I figured it was worth mentioning. The pasta was cooked nicely, but I found the sauce a little underwhelming. It was more of a loose, light sauce, which I was expecting something more creamier, especially with it being a brie-based cheese sauce. The balsamic came through more than expected. It really overpowered the brie, but I did really enjoy the balsamic roasted red peppers, and I really enjoyed the charred sweet corn. They did add a nice pop of flavor and texture. I just wished the sauce had more of that rich, creamy cheese feel. Still, a very tasty dish overall. Mike went with the Revenge of the Birds 2, Birds in Paradise. A buttermilk fried chicken burger with maple bacon jam, pickled jalapenos, white American cheese, hot honey ranch, and shreddis, which is just shredded lettuce, served with french fries. The chicken had a perfectly crispy exterior while staying super juicy inside. The hot honey ranch had a great balance of sweet and spicy, and the maple bacon jam added that salty sweet combo that just works. The pickled jalapenos brought a really nice tang and heat, although they definitely came back to haunt him later.
Sponsor me, Tums.
Yeah, please, he has them every day.
Sponsor me.
All of the flavors were bold but well balanced, and everything came together in such a satisfying way. It almost felt like a crime to go to a diner and not get a milkshake, so we decided to split the Fruit Loop shake. The base was cereal-infused ice cream topped with Fruit Loops and whipped cream. Once again, the sizing didn't really feel right for this price. This thing was $12, and we finished it within just a few sips each. Didn't get much of that cereal flavor within the ice cream. It had a rich, almost artificially heavy cream taste. If you're Canadian and if you've ever popped over to the States and tried their cream, you'll know exactly the kind of richness I'm talking about. That flavor kind of overpowered everything else. There was just a very subtle hint of cereal, and that was about it. The Fruit Loops on top tasted fine, but we'd probably opt for a milkshake somewhere else next time.
I don't know, maybe we should have got the s'mores one, but someone told me to go myself and die.
Who did that? No one f***ing said that. But the s'more one probably would have been a better option. Alright, that's my bad. Anyways, overall, we'd give our experience at Electric Diner a solid 3 out of 5. Mikey, I didn't know this is what your side business was. Heading into our next Hamilton adventure for the night, Tim Hortons Field, where we are catching our very first ever TiCats game. We went during preseason and weirdly enough lucked out with the weather. It wasn't a scorching hot and humid evening like you'd expect. It actually cooled down quite a bit as the night went on. Parking, on the other hand, was kind of a pain. If you're planning on going to a game, leave early and park early. Most of the parking is street parking, and while some residents nearby offer spots for a fee, it does fill up fast. The TiCats are Hamilton's CFL team. That's the Canadian Football League. And this game was against the Toronto Argonauts. The stadium itself had a lot going on. It had a live drumline, a bounce house, cheerleaders, a live band playing some really great music, mascots, tons of merch, and even a cool bar area called the Hammer. Oh, and of course, stadium food. Who could forget?
And TiCats beer.
And TiCats beer. Yeah, I'll talk about that. A cool thing we spotted at the Hammer Bar section was that a local brewery called Bench Brewing had made a special lager themed for the TiCats. Clearly, we had to grab a can each. It felt like the perfect way to kick off our first experience here. It was a nice, easy drinking lager. Nothing fancy, but it did hit the spot. From there, we headed over to our seats, met up with some great friends, and soaked in the game and the whole experience that followed. From here, we're going to let the rest play out so you can get a feel of what to expect at a TiCats game. You're going to get to enjoy the energy, the fun, and see all the hometown pride. We'll touch on the stadium food in just a moment.
Very cold.
Yeah,
Tastes like beer.
it's a beer.
so they kick us out.
Yes.
Are you live streaming this? Yo, what's up? Smash that like button. Why don't you hit subscribe? Today, we went and they made handmade rice balls at the Tiger-Cat game. The teachers included a guy with a great experience. Yeah, I watched the vlog.
Time to fix a munchie craving. Mike went with a chili dog from Hammer Dogs. Interestingly enough, it was made with vegan chili. We also grabbed a poutine to share, and for stadium poutine, it was pretty good. That said, they definitely needed to pour more gravy on those fries because they ended up being quite dry and very average without it. Mike's chili dog was decent. The chili was tasty. You can't really mess up a hot dog, but the bun could have used a better toast. I grabbed a slice from Pizza. Normally, I'm more of a fan of their slices than a full-size pizza from there. I don't know why, it just tastes better to me. But this slice, it did not taste like regular pizza to me. It was more of like cafeteria pizza. It was barely warm and seriously lacking in flavor. Pretty much your classic mid-grade stadium pizza. Thankfully, we had much better food earlier, but this did help curb the munchies as the night went on. Ticket prices here are actually really affordable, which makes it a fun and accessible night out for any sports fan. And what better way to end our very first TiCats game than with a win, baby! Alright friends, we hope you enjoyed our fun-packed evening in Hamilton. From retro diner bites to our very first ever TiCats game. We've got plenty more adventures coming your way, so stay tuned and we'll see you in the next one.
Wee wee.